we are not going to ask how cats and dogs taste in this episode.
I'm back.
This is a terrible start. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
I haven't seen you in months, but
Honest
I
to
guess
God,
not.
we nearly died every day.
Every day, dog.
Every day until now.
It's just jokes. We're hustling harder than you are. And that's why we don't have time for this.
But let's start with something important. We have Sean now. So he's our sound engineer and our new dude for this.
He
And
was in
representing-
the older ones, you idiot.
Yeah, but we didn't even actually post those because we ran out of time and we didn't have him.
Yes, we had a lot of episodes we did. So let's just say we did an episode every week. We just didn't post it.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
Johnson,
Also, we're sponsored by Iron Kingdom.
no, we're not.
No, we're not. That's
But
how
if you
we're
do
gonna
want to
have to bust
sponsor,
that
if you
out.
do want to sponsor us, let us know.
Send me the dick pills. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. Anyways, we got some big news right now. We have our own office without a horrible assistant that kicks us out.
Exactly. We stepped up from the libraries to the offices. What about
No-
you?
Yeah, saying nothing bad about your room. It was amazing.
I actually really did like doing it.
I didn't see his room, so fuck your room.
There's
But we're in a better
pretty
place.
cool room.
But yeah, so we got a big office space. We're gonna make this into a gaming area plus a podcast studio. We have our lights. Like this is actually legit. We have stepped up. Since you saw us, look at us where we started. What did Rick Ross say? Start from the bottom, now we're here. I don't think
That's,
Rick Ross
that's
said that.
Drake. That's Drake.
Drake, whatever it is. Drake, follow us, man.
Hey, it's Drake.
I don't think
Oh
I
my
wanna
God, we're
quote
supposed to stop talking about Drake.
Just saying in general.
Listen, dog.
Why
All
was
right?
it a Diddy party?
No,
You
no,
don't
no,
know
no.
that.
We don't know, dog.
Guaranteed.
Problem
He
is
was
that
at a
he
Diddy
won.
party.
Okay, I don't want to guarantee. Okay, this is just a.
This
Drake,
is him.
do not sue us. This guy's an
You
idiot.
know, okay, whenever shit like this comes out, you know who they always bring up? The dead dudes first. Like, why is Michael Jackson being brought up? Why is Stephen Hawking being brought up?
Because MJ's the
No,
greatest.
no, because because they always bring up someone dead instead of bringing up someone alive that could be put in jail right now.
All right, so now let's not let our ADHDs get ahead of us. Only one regular guy here right now.
Actually,
all right,
genuinely
he's feeling
ADHDs.
overwhelmed right now, so we got to stop. First is yes, we did get our own studio room. We actually, instead of just like how you guys know about a car business, before we had no space. Now we actually have a space, full parking,
Yes.
fenced up. It's proper. There may be some homeless people nearby, but don't worry too much about that one.
Check our TikTok. We will do a room reveal. Like it's all a work in
Once
progress.
it's fixed, right now, let's just say
we'll show it. We'll show it.
there's
We'll show
enough
it beat up as
there's
hell.
enough seats here to fit all of our watchers.
Hi, Johnson.
So pretty much, but yeah, we were able to do this. We were looking for office space for it. We've grown this business fantastically this year, and because of that, we were able to be eligible to get something like this. And honestly, we had big ambitions and big dreams coming into this, and I can totally say we have surpassed that. And I think in the following years, our business are going to grow. And so I know before we were talking just about a niche concept like Turo, but what we really want to do with the podcast is really just enjoy it and do what we do regularly, which is what we always talk nonsense about random topics. So why the hell not?
Exactly.
Post
And
it.
Also, I just want to say, me, him, and him should start doing our own version of Top Gear because we have so many cars. We have like 3 GMC terrains. Let's see what happens if we're all put into a challenge with them.
Yeah, we'll drag race GMCs, all right? Who's got the fastest GMC?
Dibs on the blue one once it's not smelling horrible.
All right, but so everything's great, guys. So now we'll start off this topic by talking about a little bit about nutrition. This is something that we hold very dear to us. All of us go work out.
All let's go work out. I'm just off. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
Balkan
been off
again,
for
right? No, Balkan, right?
He's
He's
balking.
been off for 10 years. Okay?
Right?
Screw you. It's
So-
only been a year.
It's a short break. Okay.
A lot of people don't know this, but when I first started at the gym, I started working at GNC. This guy was pretty much my sensei. He was pretty stupid, but he's pretty smart.
He's still stupid.
Yeah. Okay. See, but so pretty
I want
much.
to hear that from the guy who hasn't seen the fucking inside of a gym in fucking forever. Okay.
A year at max.
By the way, we have a gym here, so hopefully hashtag
Did
Amin
we
works
do
out.
that? Do we get the key to work?
We'll get it to work, all right?
Yeah,
It's
dude.
a work in process. But all right. So Ish, one thing I've seen topic, it's always on for debate, is are carbs better? Is keto better? Why the hell would somebody choose one over the other? And just FYI, I hate keto people. I'm joking. I just don't prefer keto. I eat a tremendous amount of carbs, but I bulk like heavy. Ish is on the other side. This guy looks really after his carb intake, and so I think who best to ask than this guy over here.
Two ways to look at it. If you're actually going for muscle growth and you're going to be working out heavy, I'd probably say carbs are a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, I'm not saying anything bad about carbs. There's better versions of carb. I think white rice is probably the best thing as a carb. Okay, it has usually the least minuses. It's very stable in the body. Doesn't give you a crash. The problem I have with carbs are carbs and just everything's so modified that they don't digest well. So the EU, if you look at EU laws versus us, we're following very deregulated, so like, very modified stuff that a lot of organizations want to push, let's say. So what that does is a lot of people are becoming celiac in our country. Celiac rates that never existed are now celiacs, right? Like if you're looking at everyone, yeah.
Not me. I don't have celiac disease.
You really do.
But his throat was fucked. What happened with your throat when you were young?
I had a few autoimmune diseases, and so celiac. Pretty much one of the issues that I was having eating a lot of gluten was it was closing up my esophagus. It was putting a lot of red blood cells. It's an autoimmune disease, and it was just sticking up. So like it was pretty much getting fucked up. They put a tube down my throat, and they're like, "This motherfucker's gonna die."
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
What did they do? Did they keep you in the hospital?
They did a bunch of endoscopies, so pretty much like the tube. They just put a tube down. They take samples, try to test it out, but mostly it was just medication. And then they obviously didn't know what was the condition before. It's also not like celiac disease is relatively common now. It's getting more common, what I like to say. But the other autoimmune disease is very understudied. So like all they could do was they just kept testing out different drugs on me until one worked, and luckily one worked.
Did you enjoy things down your throat before or after the tube?
I did not enjoy them. Ish is curious because this guy really loves stuffing things down.
Before or after?
This guy really likes stuffing a lot of things.
Before or after?
You guys-
Don't dodge
if
the
you guys want
question.
something
Yeah, hold on. Ish, we gotta get back to this because we were talking about celiacs and how our
I'm talking about
over-processed crap.
So here's another thing that people. One thing. So when we're looking at carbs versus just keto diet, so mostly fats, right? So what if I am trying to bulk? You said carbs are better, right? So now, is there, like a lot of reviewers want to know, but is there a difference between eating a pizza versus eating white rice? You said white rice is really good. Why?
Well, so most wheat is very processed in our country. The modifications, the amount of shit they put on it, and compared to the EU, it's very heavily unregulated.
Mm-hmm.
Especially we have things like there's no long-term studies for our stuff, right? Where in the EU you're like, hey, you have to show long-term studies to prove this is actually healthy for us before we let it go.
Mm-hmm.
Where here you don't have to show long-term studies, let's say in Canada or the US.
Until something's wrong, and then
Yeah. So it's like, hey, you have to. So they want long-term studies, but
Mhm.
so there, a lot of people who have gluten allergies here go to US or go to Italy or something of that nature, and they can have pasta. Even Dana White talks about this
Mhm.
if you watch him. But I have people who I personally know right now. This can be like bro science shit, but most people that I know who have gluten allergies or celiac here can go there and eat pasta. Don't have as heavy of crashes. Don't feel sluggish. They don't get the celiac effect, right? Where if you look at the North American population comparative to the world in Asia, celiac here has skyrocketed, right? And autoimmune disorders start by having bad gut health, obviously. So something is inflaming your gut, too much gluten gets in, and then when your walls break down in your intestine, things get through, and then your antibodies develop. That's how like usually allergies of things of that nature develop. And what it is once the inflammation goes down for 6, 7, 8 months, those autoimmune diseases go away because those antibodies go away as well. That's the weird part. So you can actually, that's why they say you can become allergic and then become unallergic, right? So Tom Buio, I don't know if anyone knows who that is. He has a very amazing podcast, but his wife has a lot of allergies, and they talk about a lot of this stuff. So my recommendation, that's why I'm not a fan of carbs other than rice. Now, why would I recommend it for somebody working out? I think there is a huge growth factor with insulin having to do with, carb intake, ATP level, so direct muscle energy, so you can be more explosive, grow faster, and all that stuff. Where I would say fats, once your body is utilizing fats properly, it's more stable for like the brain, you're awake. Some people who have shown to be really ADHD or have depression and things of that nature or other brain diseases, keto usually tends to, not keto, but let's say meat diet specifically, because you get rid of all the inflammatories, they become more stable. You're getting a lot of minerals in, so they're feeling much more clear. You're not feeling the ups and downs due to insulin spikes and crashes and shit of that nature. So that's the big difference. So I'm not saying one diet's for anyone. Like, it's like when somebody has diabetes, right? And they start on a vegan diet, they usually like vegetables, fruits. Their diabetes stays fine even if they're having fruits. The reason is you get rid of the saturated fats and their body starts to not have such a need so much insulin.
What about the sugar carbs from fruits and stuff like that? What do you say to those?
Fructose doesn't have a blood sugar increase,
Okay.
so it doesn't.
So you're just saying
fructose-
it's a different type of carb, right?
it's still sugar.
Yeah.
Don't get that wrong. So if you're trying to lose weight, obviously a bad idea. But it doesn't have the significant. Your body can process it separately. It is still better in a way because your blood sugar won't fuck up, and you can eat those. And people who are diabetic can have that shit.
So you, as you mentioned, everybody's a little different. So do you think a well-balanced diet's good? I know, as you mentioned, Dana White, a lot of them are really big fans of just carnivore diets. What's the benefit of a carnivore diet then versus a keto diet? And what's the difference? Because a lot of people probably assume it's the exact same thing, right?
Keto is just getting rid of the carbs, where carnivore is meat specifically only. The big difference is meat specifically only. You're pretty much getting rid of most of your inflammatories. So people who have gut issues,
Carnivore diets for them.
carnivore diet is just 10 times better. Reason is when you don't have like Jordan Peterson's daughter. The reason she she has tons of autoimmune disorders like yourself, but why none of those act up? So she had like she has hip replacement, joint replacements because it kept going on till her 30. She had a hip replacement at 18.
And she's still young, right?
Yeah, now she doesn't have anything because carnivore diet, right? So there's nothing attacking her body because most people don't know. Most vegetables, people have some kind of allergic effect to them, which is tested by histamine. Histamine is it's kind of like in a way like a component of like what they can tell how much allergic effect your body has to something. So when they really tell like people who, if you actually get your gut professionally checked, that's what they're going to check for, histamine levels and how high these things are. Histamine, so they're like, oh, they're going to test it against all the vegetables, they're going to test it against all the food. Whatever is the highest means you're allergic to this after a certain level. So most people don't know, most people have certain allergies to lots of fruits, like celery. A lot of people have celery. But it's not enough where people give it up because they don't know.
So would you say the smartest idea for somebody who wanted to make their nutrition, now let's just not particularly go for workouts, but somebody wants to get their nutrition as best as they can, is best they should first go get checked to see if they have any pre-existing conditions.
Yeah, don't
and then go from there.
Yeah, I wouldn't go to a basic doctor. Really, you want to go to like a gut specific. What they do is they like the real test is like $400-500. They take
But it's worthwhile.
They take a piece of your stool, check your bacteria, and they're gonna tell you. Like they literally take a piece of your shit. You send it in like a jar.
Yeah.
I think there was
I had to do it once, buddy.
Yeah, you
But
know what I'm talking about?
yeah, it's like the same thing. You go to like when you go to get a blood test, you're gonna piss in a jar. Same kind of
you gotta
shit.
in a jar, pass
So
it.
here's the question then, for everybody here: what issues do you have that you chose keto out of all the other diets? Why don't you carnivore? Why aren't you just carb particular?
crashes.
Why are you not balanced? What's
I am
the
pretty
issue?
balanced nowadays. It's
But
just,
so why'd you go for most? Well, for a good period of time, you were just keto, right?
Yeah.
I try to be mostly like in my day meat because meat doesn't have any crashes. When I start having carbs, I want to have more carbs because the blood sugar increase in the crash makes me want to.
A lot of people have it as the brain fog. So if you've ever heard of brain fog, where you feel they can't. How do you describe brain fog? Brain fog for you? Because I eat a lot of carbs, but I don't get it at all. But
it's like a lack of focus. You really don't want to think anything.
it's not for you lazy bastards to use another excuse, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, like you can't just be like, a lot of people be like, well, I have brain fog. Yeah, but that could also be like, just you being on the phone all the time too, right? Too much media time also can cause. There's a lot of shit, but let's just say.
Just for the nutrition part, you think just getting rid of carbs.
Brain fog. You just want to think of like you're literally just want to sit there in a fucking blind mood and just do nothing, or just watch something. That's because you don't want to think of anything at the time of. You don't. Your brain's really like it just feels like it's burned out or exhausted in a way, right?
For sure.
You can describe brain fog as that, or especially it's heavy in ADHD. I wanted to do it because of ADHD and the imbalance in the days and just having cravings all the time and crashes.
So now you're back to balance. So did it help you? Did it not help you?
It does, man. You know why? It's because I work out. Literally, the carbs. The reason is, man, I tried.
Great fuel.
I tried keto, like 2 weeks straight. After that, man, my workouts were ass. Like every time I've tried going long-term keto, I feel like I'm like huffing and puffing like fucking the wolf in that
It's hard, right? When you travel, like a lot of places are not keto friendly. You gotta
because-
a lot of places are super carb friendly.
Yeah, and it's really hard to find food.
Yeah. Well, Well, like this was segmented nutrition with Ish, so we're gonna get this weekly because I like it. I like to. You never know what you don't know.
Yeah, get your shit
Yeah.
checked. That's
One
the
thing
real
I did want to mention, obviously, because we got a special guest here, sound engineer. He's not checking the sound today, so we might completely be fucked. But don't worry, we'll fix that for later
I'm pretty
episodes.
sure we're doing okay.
It's not because he's Asian.
Yeah.
They were doing okay. Like, the mic's doing all right.
I want to talk to you about your one thing that I have major respect for is your terms of martial arts, because I know you train pretty solid
Well,
in it nowadays.
yeah, it's just because there was a guy that I've been like going to that like he's supposed to have been doing Muay Thai for almost like 14 years or something
Mhm.
of that sort.
17 plus.
So,
Oh, it's even more.
Yeah.
So
but yeah, so like the reason why this is a good pickup point is back when I'm still really into fitness now, and I'm getting more and more back into it. But I never even thought you ever even went to the gym because you were never with me or Ish. I didn't really go to the gym with this guy too. I didn't believe he even went to the gym, but that's a story for another time. But then I heard that you were doing Muay Thai, and so then what got you into it, man? And how do you like it?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it was just mainly because I saw the guys like fucking just sparring all the time, and I was like, shit, I'm just curious, right?
Mhm.
That's why. And I always wanted to learn how to fight. I literally had a math teacher in like, I think like grade 12 or something, just straight up one time like throw like a punch just randomly out of the blue.
At you?
No, yeah, like literally
Yeah,
like
man,
an
like-
inch from my face. And he's like, yeah, this is like, and I was like, oh, this is fucking sick. And I asked him like, how did you get so fast while throwing these punches and shit? He was
So
like,
remember, he was getting abused, so he used the abuse for his.
Which teacher was this? I went
Don't
to
say it.
No,
I don't
no,
get
no.
sued.
we
By,
all went to the same school.
I don't want to get sued. You gotta tell me after this. Though.
Yeah,
Let
well-
teachers try to box you out,
No,
dog.
it's Mr.
These teachers, dog.
Was it
This,
Mr. Little?
this,
No.
Yo, don't be out here
Don't
shouting
be dropping
names.
names. This is
I'm
how
gonna be
you.
dropping names right now, man.
This is how you get sued. By
Yo,
the way.
what's
Mr.
that?
Mitchell.
What's
is
that?
it you?
What's that
This
thing?
is how you ruin someone's
No.
life.
What? Yeah, what's that
Yeah.
thing that you say when it's like this is only hypothetical or
Okay.
what's that?
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, punch me
Was
in
it
the
Mr.
face.
Wheaton?
No, it was
Mr.
not.
Whedon was so nice.
No,
What are
he
you
was a
talking
soft
about? If
guy.
you're
He was
watching
very-
this, bro, I
Mr.
love
Wheaton,
you.
we miss you.
Yeah, you are a nice
Oh,
guy, bro.
Okay.
Did you hate Asians?
Oh my god.
Mr. Frazier.
No. Let's
Stop
stop naming
dropping
names.
I am having
What's
too
that?
much
I
fun
forgot.
now.
What's that word I used to say back in the day when it was just like this is off the record or
This is
like
hypothetical.
This is
Not
hypothetical.
hypothetical,
because
there's a
I miss
word
all these
to it.
teachers.
There's a-
They're pretty
But you
good
just say
teachers.
dream scenario.
no, not dream scenario.
Off the record,
Hypothetically,
Off the
which
record.
guy beat your ass?
No, off the record. It's off the record.
I'm pretty sure he was German with a certain kind of cut that was, kind of Mao-like.
Hitler.
German?
German.
Oh, buddy.
Hitler,
this is-
No, but no,
Damn.
he knew karate.
He's
That was the
German.
weird part, though.
Hitler.
And no, out of our teachers.
Oh,
Just
All right.
trying to think
So enough for that. Well, appreciate it. What was the second segment we were going to talk about? Business. And we do this raw as hell. So
Wait. Some questions, okay?
Okay, never
Yeah,
mind.
keep
Back to
asking
this.
these.
No, I
You're gonna love the putting captions. You're gonna
Oh
love
my god, it's gonna be hilarious.
what is
So,
happening?
man,
I think you're gonna
martial
have to
arts.
put
Okay, what are you enjoying about it? What's the challenge? Why should people get into it? That's the real.
it. When are you gonna get it to your pro debut? And when are you gonna fight Mark Zuckerberg?
Oh yes, exactly. I will.
When are you
hell
gonna
no.
fight him? He's been
And-
pussying me out forever.
Well, I mean, if he wants
If
to go
if we
tonight,
get
but-
we get 100 likes, we're gonna make the box of the parking lot.
What?
I mean, I already have my gloves in my car too. By the way,
He's ready,
It's not
dog.
a joke.
100 like,
'Cause
please.
I'm planning to go spar with like a group of guys. That's why. But
The homeless guys.
well,
We got good security now.
Hey, there was a drunk in the parking lot.
You wanna go take him out? Jokes, dog. Jokes.
We love all homeless.
Canada. Pow.
I mean, I would laugh super hard if somebody actually homeless brought out a laptop and was like, "Okay, come on, homeless guys, we're watching this guy's podcast," and start throwing hands at each other.
I heard this really funny business idea before. It's fucked up, but they're like, "Yo, we should just get a group of homeless people to fight." And the
Wasn't
winner
it him?
gets a bunch of
That
money.
was him.
It could have been this
It's
guy too.
probably
He's a
him.
dickhead, bro. He's a dickhead.
Yo, have you
God.
not seen the Dr. Phil episode where that one guy who dressed up as him came out?
I
There's a-
did.
oh,
I was so
yeah.
funny.
There was a very famous. I'd recommend watching this. There's a very famous YouTuber, okay? And he had kind of like a UFC but for the homeless. Okay, great idea.
No.
No, we can't do that.
No,
It's not about doing it.
ethically, we don't recommend. people
Hypothetically,
doing
if
this.
you were to do it, then you should listen to what he was saying.
Now, if they signed a waiver, what about them?
Bro, exploiting
Still.
the homeless is not a good idea for any business.
Exploiting the homeless is a bad.
There's a
idea
reason why Dana
for
White
everything.
isn't just got the homeless UFC out here. Okay,
Oh
there's
my
a reason why they bring Mike Tyson back. They ran out of fighters.
Basically.
True. Isn't his fight today?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow's tomorrow.
Oh, yo. Who you betting on, man? Who you
Jake
betting
Paul,
on this?
buddy.
I'm betting on Jake Paul too. Mike Tyson, I love you. One of the great, like literally in my opinion, the greatest of all time. But bro, this shit's fucked, dog.
Nah.
This shit's fucked. I think Mike Tyson can still hit. I think Mike Tyson would fuck up Ish any day of the week.
Yeah.
But
No doubt.
The weight difference is huge.
No, but it's just the age difference. Age really. Now I've met some strong ass old people.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's not about it's not about doing the damage because your strength retains.
Yeah.
Your
No,
speed-
I don't think so.
Your speed reaction goes down.
Yes.
The
Tremendously.
The third thing is your chin. If somebody who doesn't know what chin is, it means if you've taken a lot of damage repeatedly, a lot of fighters talk about this, that your body, your brain starts to make, like, in a way, knows that you're not going to give up. It starts to make it so you just get knocked out. In a way. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but you know, like I saw, like you saw when she announced the fight. It was a few years ago. But when Mike Tyson was training on the bag, this guy's powerful. You can still hear the sound.
Yeah.
He's amazing at what he does. But you got to understand too that it's a very big difference taking a video of you doing damage to a punching bag or anything, and then actually taking damage in
yeah, that's 10 seconds. You can output full
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
But how long can you do that?
in a ring. It's a very different. That's how a lot of people never understand, right? Like you see everybody and their mom literally in the punching bag hitting a punching bag, and like you can hear a sound, and you're like, oh, that sounds pretty strong. Until you're in a actual fighting scenario, and he's been through many of them. But as you said, he's already taken so much damage. How much injuries has that guy had?
Yeah, and the thing
So
is,
many.
once you've taken all that hits to the face and the brain, your brain kind of gives out quicker.
Mhm.
It's like weird. Your brain just has a certain signal. It's like, okay, yo, like, you know, I can't be taking damage all the time. Plus, I don't think the young generation's gonna understand because some of them might think because there's a lot of stupid people out there think that Jake Paul is somehow one of the biggest boxers in the world.
Average.
That's all you need to see.
Average.
Huh?
Average.
No, yes, but a lot of people will think it because
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Yeah.
He has
lot
a
of-
name brand behind him.
Yeah, it's a name brand. So a lot of people are gonna think that they haven't watched old Mike Tyson. Old Mike Tyson, like
Oh, you
prime,
seen the videos, bro?
prime Mike Tyson would destroy Jake Paul in the first round. He'd be one of the first round picks he had against real boxers, champions. Mike Tyson used to rip them apart one round. First, he had what was it? Over 10 first round knockouts. It was crazy. His
Mike
fights were
Tyson.
execution.
Mike Tyson. Yeah, Mike Tyson's a different animal. At 5'8",
At prime.
at
He was
5'8", fucking up people. And not to a lot of people also hate on Jake Paul. I actually really love the guy. Like fighting anything, I feel like you're first of all you're a killer to get into the ring. A lot of people may disagree, but you're a killer to get in the ring. So I got huge respect. It's just in the terms of like, man, I grew up in a generation where obviously Mike Tyson wasn't fighting in a ring, right?
Yeah.
But man, when you hear how people talk about Mike Tyson, but then when you see the footage, it's different. It's just really different because Mike Tyson isn't a legend. Like, oh, back in the day, there was this one guy who could kill everybody in the. You know how you always hear stories, but that guy was that it. He was just undeniable. How amazing that guy is.
Yeah. And that's kind of the style you pick too to fight because you have to take a.
Because he's fighting Jake
you
Paul
have to
next.
walk in.
He's fighting Jake Paul next.
No.
He's
No.
coming after you,
Where?
buddy.
We're starting this
Oh
fight.
my God, no.
Please vote.
Jake
We'll
Paul would
start off.
But
probably
yeah,
take you on.
Jake Paul, I'll
As a
bet my
heel.
money on you, but I'm not a bettor. But I bet it up in here though that you're winning.
Yeah, I still want like
Mike Tyson though, if you
Oh,
come on
Mike
our interview
Tyson,
though,
man.
come on, please.
Yeah,
I'll vote for
I
you.
still want I'm still cheering for Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
No, if I could have it, just it's just somebody who's professional was the entirety of just becoming the most brutal gladiator you could be, versus somebody who was again like mad respect for Jake Paul, but it just there was somebody who came from prison, and all he did was fucking box, versus somebody who came from TikTok or whatever the hell, musically, whatever the hell he was in.
No, he was in Disney first, wasn't he?
Yeah,
No, he was
Disney.
on Vine first.
Vine or Disney, whatever it is.
No, I
But
thought they were in Disney.
No, he was on
yeah.
Vine.
But you're a killer, Jake Paul, and I hope you do great. I hope Mike Tyson doesn't knock you out because that's gonna be real sad though.
Well, I mean, I'll speak about the technical side of it because I've seen the breakdowns of like both sides, like where Jake Paul's like style and versus Mike Tyson. Because let's be real, Mike Tyson himself, his style, and I don't know if you guys seen some of the actual fights, right? Like where he literally just takes from the biggest heavy hitters during his era
Yeah.
too. By the way, just straight uppercuts. Like, and I don't know if you guys actually ate a full blown like somebody going all in with an uppercut, because I've nearly been knocked out multiple times.
It's
Sparring,
literally like
by the
if
way.
you run face first into a wall, like a cement wall. That's how it feels.
Yeah, it's
It's
brutal, and like the difference is that like you're completely right. Where it's like, holy shit, at this point in time, where how old he is. My
He's
question is,
He's 58.
58, so he's close to 60.
Very close to 60.
The whole difference is, it's more so if Jake Paul has not picked up any fucking like acknowledgement of like, hey, I need to keep this guy at distance, which is going to be obsessively hard. But the difference is we all know he's slower, right? So that's the whole point. He needs to like, with the skills that he has to literally keep him at bay and purposely make it so he runs into his fist over and over.
Yeah.
Literally, like.
That's not hard though. You gotta slow.
But
down
it's
man.
it's like reaction time from Mike Tyson in his prime. If I had to put on the bed like the best boxer of all time, I believe is Mike Tyson. I really do think that, and he is just a killer. And even I love Muhammad Ali. Like about Mike Tyson, which
Yeah,
is different.
Muhammad Ali as a person, amazing.
But have you heard when Mike Tyson said, like, they asked him if he thinks his kids or grandkids will ever be great boxers, and he's like, they don't have the life, like they weren't raised the same way that he was raised, right? Yeah. Yo, can you make sure we're still recording?
We are okay. Fine,
Yeah.
I'll double check it, but we should be.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I still would argue. Well, because okay, yes, as just a boxer, yes, I would say Mike Tyson's probably the best. But argument point of like, hey, who's the most best technical? Then I would still say Muhammad Ali is probably the best.
Muhammad Ali was amazing.
Yeah,
No,
but,
technical gotta be money. Floyd.
Floyd.
Yeah, well, Floyd is undefeated. But
Floyd's technique for defense.
yeah, of course,
in
of course.
boxing.
It's
boxing.
Yes,
he
yes,
has,
in boxing.
but it's never been penetrated. Like that guy has literally nobody has found a counter to defeating Floyd.
Yeah, and nobody's hit him. Fucking,
Yeah.
like, he's been hit hard, but never really.
No. Of course, everyone's gonna hit hard, but like no one has found a counter to that guy, and that guy's retired. Like even Manny Pacquiao was fantastic. He's such a fucking amazing boxer. That guy, his origin story being homeless in Philippines, amazing. I know he said some recent shit last few years. Nobody likes that guy anymore. He was like, I don't wanna.
Okay.
Hypothetically,
I'll figure it out later.
all right, you might want to blur this out if it's completely wrong, but he pretty much said gay marriage is wrong or some shit.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
he
nah,
did.
Yeah, or something like that. I don't remember. It was a few years ago, but like Floyd is just fantastic. But I'm not really talking about like today's day and age. Like Floyd is fantastic, right? But in terms of heavyweight, because Floyd is nowhere near heavyweight. It's Mike Tyson, it's Muhammad Ali, it's from those heavyweights. And he was hitter, bro. Every fight this guy was doing was fighting a guy who was like this much taller than the guy.
Yeah,
And
it's
this
hard.
guy's dodging. The range is really a big difference. This guy would get close in, and he would fuck you up. Like that guy would fuck you up. There was no way of being that guy.
There was also Sugar Ray Leonard.
He was what?
I
He was
think
two.
technically
He was
Sugar Ray.
200 pounds and fucking destroying him. But then Muhammad Ali beat that guy.
Who?
Muhammad Ali, yeah, Sugar.
Well, wasn't Sugar Ray older at the time? Did he beat him?
Yeah. He was older because I believe he was. I'll again totally.
Sugar Ray has had like over 100 fights.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, some of those guys are crazy. But in terms of, we're getting too much off topic. But this is a good segment. The fucking fighting is a great segment. And if we're talking about greatest, there's only one person who's the greatest fighter of all time.
Yeah, Muhammad Ali for me.
No, wrong. I'll give you 3 guesses.
Khabib?
No, wrong.
Oh, what's it? Roy? No, what the fuck? Who's the? Fuck, he's in the UFC. Why am I forgetting his name? Heavyweight.
Heavyweight.
Tall dude. Jones.
John.
John
Oh,
Jones.
What about you? Top 3 strongest. And by the way, he's completely wrong with all 3 answers. I'll tell you who the strongest fighter of all time is.
Oh God.
Come from
Okay, if we're gonna talk about mixed martial arts, yeah, I could see why Khabib would be considered top.
Yeah.
If we're gonna talk about like boxing, okay, I would throw Mike Tyson then.
third. Who's your third?
My third, and if we're thinking like a good.
In
striker-
general, greatest in general.
Oh, greatest in general. Fuck, that's like impossible.
I'll give you 3
know?
seconds. Give an answer. Three.
I don't know. Fucking rotate. There we go.
Okay, that guy. Who do you think is the greatest fighter of all time? Actually, I don't know if I've been watching this fighting too much.
I pay too
He's a
much attention.
pacifist. So, all right.
Not really.
All of you guys completely wrong answers. The greatest fighter of all time. I can't believe these are fucking idiots. Fucking Batman, dog. Christian Bale as Batman could be any one of these guys, right? Or Bane. Quick and
Wait,
easy.
I
won't
saw-
give it a Bane,
Yeah, I didn't
I
say.
saw those Christian Bale fights. Okay?
All right, bro.
I don't
He's
know if
great.
they were top-notch.
Oh, Batman. All right, that guy's amazing.
That time, okay. There's some scenes, you know, like
But yeah, you think Khabib's gonna deploy our boy in the Dark Knight? He's gonna wreck his ass, all right? That guy's gonna boomerang at the homie, and he's done. All right, no bear stopping that
dog,
boomerang.
that boomerang shit got me sometimes because whenever they showed it, I'm like, this boomerang.
In the original TV show, this guy had shark repellent, dog. He was ready, dog.
That's
You don't think he has
remember
Khabib
the
repellent?
shark
Yeah, spray
Oh,
Khabib.
my
All right, but so done. I know nobody got a better top than Batman. Like, what are you gonna do? Bring Superman into this? Bring
Superman got his ass kicked by Batman.
exactly, dog.
Dog.
So you think Mike Tyson can last through Batman? Nah, dog. He destroyed. He can't get through my boy Bane. All right, Bane's gonna break his back. He wouldn't be doing this Jake Paul
He
fight.
broke everybody's back.
It's true. I don't know, man.
Exactly,
Not
see?
for getting into like the
All right,
realm of
but
fucking
all right,
violence.
enough. Well, so our,
Goku
down to our
fight.
last segment of the
Goku,
evening.
like, what the fuck?
Down to our last segment of the actually second last
Fucking suck
business
off.
advice from Ish. Obviously, he's learned from the greatest entrepreneur ever alive, Ravinder Chawla. Better than Elon Musk.
Bullshit.
I've already been to Mars 3 times and back. All right, boys. So,
Yeah,
but Ish, out of this first year of being into full business, obviously I know your parents actually have a business. What is the top 3 advices that you've received or that you have learned throughout this process? And you can even name the top 3 and the top worst. Like, what's something that you thought was going to be really important, but it's garbage? What do you think?
I think what's the most important is just fucking keep your long-term vision. 1, 2, adaptability. Just know that shit's gonna change, and you might have to fucking work harder some days not. Some days might change very quickly. So keep at that, right? And know that it's a long game. It's not a short game, right? So what is your vision? If it's a long-term game, then go for it. If it's just a short-term and you want to have like a small business, kind of be more profitable, just to feed yourself, that's great too. But just know what you want first, and then go buy that, right? For us, it's let's say we want it to be on a big scale, so we're going for the long term, helping other people out with their cars, helping pay off. We're like, hey, we're taking care of other people, contracting their cars out. So we're doing it big scale, right? So where profitability comes in the long run, more investment in, more time. Where let's say if we just had a smaller, more profitable, we could have gotten a single or 2 cars paid off and kind of done a long term.
It made society.
Yeah, so have your vision. What do you want it to be? Is it better for you to keep your job and do a little bit on the side, or is it do you want to go all in and then keep to the vision and then just adapt? Because adaptability is going to be the biggest, right? And know that shit changes. That's really my 2 big things. So just adapt. Everything is welcome to change. First couple of years, you're not going to have a smooth system right away. You're going to discover tips and tricks along the way. You can't just know the whole fucking thing when you just can't know the whole thing. That's some of the biggest things, right? You can't, no matter what you think you might be right or something, or you might have an optimized way, it's never going to work until you actually go in there and you try it, right?
Mm-hmm. So you gave some really good advice there. What is the worst thing in business you've ever, let's just say you've ever heard online or even by me? I've never said anything stupid, but
This guy over here, you're dumb. Worst thing
We
that I've
don't
heard
get to make our
online.
own hours.
I would say, yeah. So like, I think there's a lot of online, I want to say YouTube fake influencers who will try to start up a business. Be like, hey, you can do this.
Oh, the blockchain crap.
I see them a lot talk about how to do courses, but their business is only courses.
Their business is only courses.
Yeah,
That's
but
what you find.
I'm
A
like-
lot of people online who fake the money, who have some kind of fake investment or can somehow fake the money, being like, hey, I got this in like fucking 2 weeks.
I got this Bugatti yesterday, dog.
Yeah, and start this. Somehow they got it yesterday, and like you're like, what the fuck? And then what it is they're trying to get the young crowd and get them to buy their courses because that's actually their whole fucking game. They don't actually have a business. Their whole business is sell you their business and then make money off of you. A lot of stock traders are like that too, where they're like, hey, sign up for a program where you can follow us. There's a lot of free ones that are a lot better that you can follow.
Yeah.
That are decent. That'll give you like, oh, hey, I'm investing into this, right? Where like they're aiming for long term. A lot of short term traders where they're like, hey, you're gonna see my buys and ins and outs, right? They actually kind of pump up their own sales with other workers because they buy it. People buy it after them.
Mm-hmm.
So
And then they sell it, and then people sell it after.
Yeah, after them. So guess what? They're always gonna have a higher round and earlier exit.
And I'm not against courses. If you are knowledgeable in your degree, courses may as well, right? Like books is like the exact same way. Book is like a big course, right? Where you just go through someone's life. But like as he mentioned, day traders, all this stuff is very funny. Like the one thing I always like to think about is if they're making so much money from trading stocks, why the hell do they need money from you to follow them and make like if you're making so much money trading stocks? What the hell is other people's money going to do for
Well,
you?
then it becomes like a
But
hedge.
if you
then
can,
that's a hedge fund function, right? Like you have to think about it. It's always.
but
better.
again, they're only there. Why are they making money off you versus just giving them out for free if they're making so much money? If it's day trading, you don't lose anything by telling anybody anything. You just make more money. But if you need people's money by a monthly subscription so that you can fund your day trading, it's a little suspicious business in my
I think it
book.
might be a fake scarcity thing as well on top of it.
Yeah, but I like another thing is if I can give my best advice, like Patrick Bet-David, he's one of my heroes. Literally think of him as like a father figure. But he says like the 3 stages of business is first you get super happy about something. Oh my god, this business is gonna be the biggest business in the world. This is great opportunity. Second thing you're gonna realize is oh my god, this is a little harder than what I thought, and this is where a lot of people quit. But if you get through that, then you get to the third problem, which is any business can succeed. You just have to have enough patience and enough focus in it. And then the best advice I can say is business is gross. It's not amazing. Business is so gross. How much time you're stressed if you can make rent payments? How much are your times are you going to stress if this is a good investment or bad investment? And there's definitely things you can do like not use any loans, not use anything. But you're always going to have risk. If somebody slips on your property, you could get sued. Like that's crazy stuff. But like
people are like that too.
But if you're going into business because you're just trying to chill, relax, it's the wrong thing to do. A job is way better than a business. Yeah, but that's my advice. What about you, woman? From having in your first business, what do you think?
Genuinely, man, so in the beginning, I thought, oh yeah, no, this is chill. We're doing pretty good. We're hanging out. Then June hit.
Yeah.
And then
We weren't
July
ready
hit.
for it.
And then August hit us like July. And then September faked us by being only halfway as busy in the beginning. And then boom, 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 boom.
Just as
and
busy.
I'm like, what the hell was that?
Yeah, so be ready for the stuff you're not ready of, I guess.
Yeah, of course, like legitimately. And then like also on top of it, it's all the upkeep that I saw the upkeep coming because like we cars need upkeep.
Yeah. The
But-
upkeep isn't that bad. You know what it is? All 3 of us, it wasn't that hard. It's just that all 3 of us were working full time,
Yeah.
right? Which it just makes it a lot harder because then you don't have time, and then you might be booked out at random times of the hour or random time of the day.
You just need systems in place and systems will get tested because some systems will only last for too many cars, and then some if you have more than that, it's fucked.
Systems and a team, as it
Now, for you, Sean, I have some very important questions.
Sure.
Our boy Elon Musk needs some advice. What advice would he give him?
Oh, jeez.
Your boy Jeff Bezos is retired. Give him some motivation. So
Is
he,
he
Are you retired?
I don't know. He's not.
No,
he has
there's
like,
no way. That guy's
but he's not
consistently
CEO
trying to
anymore. But I need that guy to be. How are you gonna level him up? Tell him, motivate him. To be
He's
like,
not
yo,
CEO anymore?
why don't you make? No, he's not. Why don't you make
He's
Amazon
the
2.0? To ask him, bro.
I
What's
mean,
wrong with you, bro?
The only thing I can realistically say, and that I would always say to anybody in life, is like, of course, try to expect the unexpected, but like understand you should live your life to the fullest with that, with that acknowledgement. You know what I mean? The reasoning for that is because like, dude, there's just stuff in life that you can't like, you like go through. But like hell, man, like just sudden things will happen, like no matter what.
So listen, Elon Musk. He's telling you, man. You might pop out a few more kids, but don't get too stressed about government. Dog.
One of your space thingies, the rockets might get attacked by
Space
Boeing.
things.
By Boeing.
Yo, be careful, bro. That's the best advice.
Oh, no,
Yo, those Boeing guys can't be trusted over there.
We don't talk
Okay,
about
no,
Boeing.
you
we ain't
blur
talking about that.
when you edit this, you blur out.
Yes, I'm blurring that
Blur-
out.
He
that
doesn't
out.
want to get assassinated, but we're not scared.
These two are gonna get assassinated
Our
hard.
boy Elon Musk gonna protect us.
They're gonna
Guaranteed.
get hit by that mono somehow.
All right, Jeff Bezos got his Blue Ocean. What's this thing? Business
Whoa.
Blue Origin.
Blue
He's
Origin.
gonna protect his Blue
It looked
Origin.
like a penis.
And yo, listen, man, that
Oh,
piece
man,
gonna
we're
protect
gonna
you.
get shot
It
by
looked
And
like
Elon
it.
Musk, he's gonna protect us with a Starlink. I guarantee it. Now.
Starlink actually looks
Boeing
decent.
got nothing on us right now. Okay.
I don't know. They got those crazy assassins.
Dog,
I've seen those.
How do
I've
they
seen
cause
those-
cancer in everyone?
I've seen those whistleblowers.
Cancer gun, buddy. I saw this in.
I think they just
What-
paid the fucking news channels.
What
and
was
shit.
it in Rick and Morty? They had the cancer gun, and then
Yeah.
Morty's like, "Yo, why the fuck did you make a cancer gun?"
Yo,
That's why.
They gotta be like some bullshit like this. Is it what? Every one of them had cancer?
So like two of them.
I
that
think
came
we're about to
forward-
go to our Alex Jones segment of the podcast.
Two of them that came forward had
no.
cancer. Like they got cancer
He's
and
gonna-
died in a week.
He's gonna say blur on my face for the
And then,
podcast.
yeah, he's about to say
Pretty
that. Two of them had cancer and died, and then one of them just
Real suspicious,
got
Boeing.
shot.
Protect your gut.
Oh my god, man.
Real
Oh,
suspicious,
shit.
Boeing. Listen, I'm thinking about buying your stock right now, but like I don't know, buddy. Like,
They're going down.
Yo, they're going down. They're going down.
bro, that's the best time to invest.
You know what?
Mark Zuckerberg, listen here, buddy. What everybody was betting against you, I was buying your stock that was coming down, buddy. I became a very rich man. I appreciate you. Right now, I'm like,
That's
right now
right.
you're like second richest person in the
I
world.
mean-
I'm like 2.5, almost there, buddy.
I mean, they got rid of the DEI initiative, which is good for them. Smart on them.
All right, we're not gonna focus anything into that portion, all right?
Surprised my Air Canada ones are going up for once.
Air Canada, give me some status, dog. What the fuck you doing?
Yeah, like legit, dude. You're half of where you should be.
They got bad rev, man.
got
They
really
can,
bad
if they
rep.
give me status, I'll be pumping you every day. Like
Dude,
only
like-
fly Air Canada, okay?
Like, do
I'm
better.
Calgarian. WestJet here, fake Calgarian. Unless WestJet is a status, then you.
What's just
what-
straight like dipped out of Calgary, man. Like they're
No,
What are
bro.
you talking about?
They're still
They're
here.
no, they're still here, but they got bought out by someone, and now they're kind of trash.
No, I went on them last time. Well, I don't fucking know. I got no.
I can't tell
Knowledge
the
in the
difference,
flight
man.
industry,
No
dog.
matter who I fucking dig.
We
Maybe
go
we
for
should
cheapest
go
price, but I'm sure that's how it is, right? Like I know business customers, they use one airline so they can get the best. But for most people, I'm pretty sure it's just cheapest price because a lot of people don't have status. Very little people do. You ever go to like I went to the airport, I went to the UK.
Yeah.
The first line is this small. The economy line is all the way to the fucking back.
Yeah, American States is probably the best if you're actually buying business class or some shit.
Yeah.
Right? Those American airlines are probably fucking the
Singapore
Yeah.
Airlines, they're top tier.
What was
Gives
that
you a
Dubai
whole-ass
airline?
bed
What was
with
that? Yeah, which one is it?
Emirates Airlines.
Emirates, right?
Fly
Emirates.
Fly Emirates.
There. Oh, I think you got a whole room in that, buddy. That's a
No, I
hotel
want
room.
to
Right there.
ride in Qatar's because Qatar's looks
Anybody
sick.
want to sponsor us?
Qatar too.
Or Singapore's because
Hey, buddy,
Singapore
you get sponsored on this already, you're allowed to,
Oh
okay?
my
Yeah,
god.
if you
Oh
get,
yeah.
if you get sponsored by China Airlines, you look
All right, this was the nonsense segment of the podcast. Now, the last segment, because, it's getting late. I'm trying to go to bed. But listen,
He
guys.
sleeps early.
Listen, all right? I'm going to give you some motivation before you leave. All right? The only thing keeping you from I'm going to give you the equation to success. Let's give you the equation for success today. All right? It's what you know you have to do times doing it a bunch of times. All right? He just shook his head. That's a fake guy right over there.
Repetition, man,
I'm giving
He just
repetition,
said
reps.
repetition.
Yeah, but
Listen,
said
rotation,
repetition.
whatever the hell you want to say. The only way to reach success is by actually doing it. Dreams don't come true by dreaming it at night. It's about doing those actions in the day. That was fire. That was fire. That was fire.
Yes.
I'm gonna put that on a shirt. Okay, I'm gonna put that on a shirt right there.
whatever you say.
Use
good job.
ChatGPT, okay? That's what it
Don't
was.
use ChatGPT. It's trash.
What? Who says it's trash? Why?
Genuinely, when you try to get a resume made with it, it's so.
I don't
easy
know
to
if
tell
I'm
it's-
gonna super smart at this one. I don't know if you're winning this argument, dog.
ChatGPT is overall pretty smart. Overall.
ChatGPT is
There's
basically just.
specific. If you're,
It's-
This
It's
guy
basically
is
yes or, and keep saying
was
yes or no back
failing
and forth.
school. This guy was failing school until ChatGPT tutor came in. All right.
No, actually, there's.
Yes.
By
He's
the
doing
way,
pretty good on his own.
there's AI tools that are dedicated, mind you, like dedicated, designed for like certain actual.
And if you are you
So-
still at school?
Yeah.
All right, teachers, listen to this. He's bullshitting on all the assignments. He knows it.
No, I haven't been using it.
Yeah,
purposely,
yeah.
just
He
trust
hasn't
me.
been using it.
No.
Quotation mark hasn't been using it.
I don't think they can. I don't think they teach you. But in general, I would say no. It's still ChatGPT. It's just specified for.
They're all
specific
built off the
function.
platform, right? Because that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
ChatGPT
Yeah,
allows
so
you.
you
to
just
do.
have specific functions. So there's ones that are for resumes, ones for photos, specifically more like orientated towards it. Ones for like.
I've been using the Bing ChatGPT, like the Bing one. I really like that one.
Yeah, isn't the same as ChatGPT?
Yeah, it is, but that one is just so convenient. You don't have to pay for it. It's free.
Wait. Are you guys saying all the base of all the AIs are?
No,
From
they're
ChatGPT?
from all the main ones are based off of, like all of the like ChatGPT has a
Is the main.
yeah. So if you buy the ChatGPT, then you can build off a platform from ChatGPT.
And it gets you tell it you orientate it towards a specific function.
I like Gemini.
So most of these
Yeah,
are
Gemini.
built off
Yeah,
of specific.
it's all-
Because Gemini is built off of like a base. Like there's the main AI.
yeah.
like,
But
let's
that
say
one is
ChatGPT.
by itself. That one Bart is Google. Oh wait, no, who's Bart? Who is Bart? All right, we're having a big brain
Samsung?
fire. No, not Samsung. It was either which one is Facebook's?
Oh, Meta.
Metas. Yeah,
Meta.
Metas.
And then there's Bart. I don't know who has Bart. Somebody has Bart. And then there's Gemini.
Is that Oracle?
I have no idea. Oracle is doing fantastic too, by the way. That's a good fucking company right now.
Yeah, well, AI is gonna take over. You know what they say, right?
This guy's not even real right now. We edited him in with ChatGPT 4.
The presidents are gonna be sooner or later. It's gonna be like run by AI.
That's why he's diverse right now. This guy's actually a white guy. They tagged him up for the episode.
Yeah. I just changed color. Every episode, I'm gonna be different. For diversity inclusion.
Add what color you want Ish to be for next episode. We'll edit it in.
It's gonna
You got a lot of work
I
ahead
have
of you.
no idea how to do that. Man. I
It's
don't know
gonna
what to
be.
do.
I'm gonna be the diversity inclusion from ChatGPT.
Oh my god, I just want you as a
Basically just gonna look
I hope you guys know this guy was a part of
It'd be
HR before.
hilarious.
Yo, have you guys
For
actually?
some odd reason, he was HR.
Have you guys actually seen the new AI videos people are making? Like video.
I know, I
videos?
made
They're
some, buddy.
so fucking good. They can make like new movie quality.